Hello and welcome to Vlogtober Day 7. I did say I'd probably pop on very briefly today because as you know I was going to Irene's funeral, which I've just got back, and it's 4:30 now. We've been sat waiting for a taxi for an hour to come home. I went with another lady who I knew through card making classes. That's how we got to know Irene, really, because she came to card making classes about 9 years ago, and this other lady called Irene, she was there as well, and obviously they got friendly and they've been friends ever since. So I went with Irene, so we had a taxi. But yeah, so I was sat outside waiting for a taxi. Terrible. And it was so busy as well there. But the funeral was very nice. It was at the crematorium. We actually sort of learnt things about Irene that we didn't know. I think a few of us sort of didn't know everything about her, and somebody did say she was deep. She didn't sort of, I don't know, like blow her own trumpet with what she was doing. I knew she was involved in charity work because she used to, she was in Marie Curie and she used to do the money and all that, things like that. And she used to help people. But, you know, she never ever mentioned that at all. She talked about a few of her friends and her family. And obviously today we got to meet this friend and her auntie and uncle that she used to talk about a lot, which was nice. It was nice to actually put a name to a face. But I think if she'd have been here, she would have thought it was a lovely service. It wasn't religious. It was just about Irene and herself and what she did and her life, basically. So yeah, like I say, we learnt a few things. But she didn't suffer fools, Irene, at all. She was very, very blunt, very plain speaking. But once you got to know her, you know, she's got a heart of gold, bless her. She had. So I'm absolutely shattered. I am so pleased to be back home, but I'm glad I went. Well, I think it's mentally exhausting, really. I feel absolutely worn out now because I went to work for the morning and then closed up at 12 o'clock. So I think what I'm going to do this evening is basically just settle down and do a bit of knitting. Yeah, Irene used to like her knitting, but she only knitted sort of cardigans and jumpers and things like that. She didn't do sock knitting, but yet again she knit hats for the neonatal unit in Barnsley, which was nice, which she never ever said. Never said. Irene died of cancer, and unfortunately with COVID and not having proper doctor's appointments, it got missed. Which I'm not saying she'd still be here if she'd seen the doctor or anything, but you know, not being able to see a doctor with the symptoms that she had, you know, they might have been able to do something for her and she might not have had such a bad year. But she did, I say she had a fall. She got out of a chair basically and fell over and broke her hip, ended up in hospital. She came home. She fell again and broke her other hip, and she was back in hospital, and unfortunately she never came out, and that's when they discovered she'd got cancer throughout her body, which sad ending really. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a quiet night, watch some vlogs and other things, and just, I don't know, reflect on the day a bit, I suppose, and just chill out and get back to normal tomorrow. So, very short one today, but thank you for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have some knitting to share with you. Bye for now.